Welcome to a new edition of Two-Year-Olds in Training. The Harness Edge is still here in Florida. I'm Harold Howe at Southern Oaks with Erv Miller. Erv, we could be here all day with you with the number you've got, but before we get into two-year-olds, I said I always like to talk about some of these horses that people pay very little attention to that have had some good success. And you've got a few of them coming back as three-year-olds, and I wanted to start out with Mr. Leland's filly. Now this is a sports writer. She was Illinois two-year-old filly of the year.
Sportsmaster.
Or Sportsmaster,
Yep.
sorry. I'm getting brainwashed.
That's right.
170,000. I don't see much wrong with that number.
Right. That's a nice number, especially for Illinois, and not a lot of going on there anymore. But she was the best two-year-old pacing filly back there, and just had a lot of guts about her. She always tried real hard. And Casey Leonard drove her. He did a good job and always got the job done.
And then we had Airman Batten, a Swan for All. He made 296,000, only cost 16,000. He paid a lot of bills for some that didn't show up.
Yeah, a lot of the Indiana breds. And, you know, a horse like him would have got a Horse of the Year in Indiana normally, but because of the Always Be Mickey horse and the Always a Virgin mare that come out of there and win the Jugette, it just was a little tougher sledding for him to do that, but he was two-year-old trotting colt then.
You like the way he's coming back?
Yeah, so far we're just going real easy with him because we never really let him all the way down. So we're just going easy with him, and he should be, I think, back top of his game this year, and he's much bigger and stronger than he was last year.
And another one that's kind of hidden in the pack is Ralph R. This is a muscle massive, very consistent, maybe a step behind the big boys, but still 157,000.
Yeah, he was just a nice, consistent little trotter that we raced in Pennsylvania, and just always got the job done. He was just a little guy, but trotted real good, and he's growed up some. We hope to see him back this year.
You just got to have an appreciation for those types, and maybe you got some of them here we're going to talk about. Let's begin with He's Marvelous, Adele Marvelous, 37,000 out of Harrisburg.
Yeah, he was a homebred of John Shelley's, I believe. I believe he bred the horse, and he wanted to keep the horse around. Since I moved to Pennsylvania, got my operation out there, he just thought he'd give me a try with him, and I've trained some horses for John before, and this colt is really a big, strong, good gaited horse, just kind of learning what he's doing right now.
Yeah, your brother Andy was on Golden Jester, a Shark Jester homebred.
Yeah, he's a Shark Jester out of a mare that really hasn't done anything. Ron Michaelon owns the colt, and it's really surprising. The colt's just done everything we've asked of him so far, and good gaited too.
We've got a Real Desire colt, Desire on top, 11,500 of the Hoosier sale.
Yeah, he's a little Real Desire colt that we bought over there, and just does everything right. Real square colt. Had a little immaturity issue there early on, but it seems like he's worked through that and seems pretty good now.
Okay, Pretty Swanderful, Swan for All trotting colt, 36,000 out of Hoosier.
Yeah, he's just a big, good going colt. Just really coming into his own off and on here. You can kind of tell he's needing some time to grow up. But I think if the colts showed me some ability like Airman Batten did last year, just real clean going and real sound when everything's, when he's together.
Sure. Another Swan for All is Take Your Vitamins, 35,000 out of the Indiana Premier. So.
Yeah, this colt reminds me as much of Swan for All himself as any colt I've trained. I've trained quite a few of them out of Swan for All, and this colt's just really a big colt, and just moves over the ground real easy, kind of like his dad did, a little lazy too.
And then another Swan for All, 60-Minute Man, 25,000 out of Hoosier.
Yeah, he's a colt that we bought over there and really liked the way he looked, but then when we got him, he had a few OCDs we had to take out and stuff, and kind of had a setback with him with that, and didn't know about it, but I tell you, he just, every time we train him, he just keeps getting better.
Good. We've got some pacing fillies here. Keystone Paula, a Better's Delight filly, 32,000 out of Harrisburg.
I trained her brother, Mystical Pacer, last year. Had a little trouble with his feet, but he was okay. He was a decent racehorse, so we bought this filly because of that, and she's just a little bigger and a little easier gaited than he was.
Okay. Quick Hot Passion, a Ponderosa roan color, which isn't surprising given her mother was Broadway Smash, homebred.
Yeah, she's a filly that belongs to me and my brother. We had a brother to her, make a little over 200,000, and this filly bred to Ponderosa because I'm in Pennsylvania now and just wanted to race something out there.
Okay. And Jackie O, an American Ideal filly, 52,000 out of Lexington.
Yeah, really nice filly. She's just really starting to kind of put it together. Early on, you could tell she'd get upset or just a little nervous when you were training her, but she's gotten the gut where she just really puts her head into it now.
The one that kind of caught my eye of many that I've done down here is Tequila Shooter, a Donato Hanover filly, 70,000 out of Lexington. I just thought she had a lot of presence out there.
She's not mature yet. We give her some time off, turn her up for about 3 weeks, but I tell you, when she goes over the racetrack, she really has a nice way of trotting.
Yeah. Well, it looks like you got an interesting group again. So, I mean, we could be here all day going through them all, but that's a nice offering, and appreciate your thoughts, and good luck the rest of the winter.
Yeah, appreciate you coming and doing it, taking the time.
Okay.
Harold.
Harold Howe with Erv Miller, 2-year-olds in training.